Hello, Penny here. Today on my garden podcast, there's something about sniffing microbes that makes us feel very... what's the word? Humans from ages ago. Neolithic? Paleo. It's a diet. Like early man. That root ball sticking out, it catches your eye, doesn't it, forevermore? And you're like, oh, I wish I'd done it better. Ow! You might want to take that bit out. Do you know what? It's that kind of smug feeling I've got. Smug, high summer, middle of June. It's the summer solstice. It's the longest day. So it goes dark really late at night. Late. So in the northwest of England, we're looking at about 10:30, 11. I was out last night with a friend, sitting in the garden till 10:30. And we both got in and went and just felt like it probably was about 8 o'clock in the evening. That's what gossiping does for you, isn't it? Time flies by. But yeah, so it's an important bit of the calendar, because then from now until the 21st of December, 6 months on, the nights draw in. Where else would you be on the shortest night, the longest day, than in the garden? And it smells of fresh cut grass in my garden. Why is that? It's because I've just freshly cut the grass. I was a little bit cheeky. It'd gone 8 o'clock at night when I thought, oh, I've got the energy. I've had my spag bowl, spaghetti bolognese, an hour ago, and I'm now feeling revived and ready to go. Second wind and all that. And then the grass really did need mowing, actually, because it'd been really, really hot for weeks and weeks, and then it's been chucking it down with rain for the last 3 days. Thunderstorms, puddles on the lawn. Brilliant. The garden has been revived, and so obviously the grass grows quickly. So I needed to attend to it, but I felt a bit bad mowing after 8 o'clock at night. And I had a kind of negative self-talk of neighbours shaking their fists inside their properties at the racket from next door. Her next door! She's been mowing late at night. I've never mowed late at night. I have a clean sheet when it comes to this sort of neighbourly misdemeanour, but there are kids next door but one. So my approach was to do the mowing near the house first and then move away from the house. So I was considerate in my mowing strategy, and the job is done. Anyway, it is a delightful time of year for the gardener, because the garden is fairly established. You've done your seeds. You've got your plants in the ground. You've got your lupins, your gladioli, your verbena. Sounds like ribena, which is a lovely blackcurrant drink. It's nothing like that. You've got your sunflowers on the go. You've got your... Now, what are those things called? Anyway, I'll have to Google it. But other stuff going on. Your buddleias going at it. And I love these two, right? Foxglove and snapdragon. Now, when I was a kid and I heard foxglove... Oh, can you hear that? That's drilling. At night, late at night. I thought I was bad with the mowing. Maybe I've set a precedent. Anyway, snapdragon and foxglove were a particularly appealing couple of names for me when I was little. And I'd look at a foxglove plant, and I remember there being one on a train station platform. It must have been a weed, really. And I was waiting for a train with my mum or my gran to take us into the town. And there was this plant, and my gran said it was a foxglove. And I looked at it and thought, I can't really see foxes wearing those, but if she says so, then maybe there's a special type of magical fox that might wear foxglove plants. Snapdragon, well, I don't know where to go with that one. Snapdragon. Whoa. Super names. Anyway, you get the idea. You've got a load of stuff going on in the garden. It's marvellous. Things are bushing up. Things are flowering. Things are dying away, and other things are coming forward. So there's not that much to attend to if you don't want to. You can sit back for a week at a time, perhaps, and enjoy, where the pace slows down a little, which is very pleasant. But there is one little job to do tonight, in the garden. And that is rescuing what I thought was going to be a magnificent magnolia. No, It looks like it's on its last legs. Who's to blame? We don't know. Let's not look back. It's not the way we're going. So let's go and look at this magnificent, well, would have been, wouldn't it? Magnolia. Right, I've got the equipment for once. Trowel, scalpel, nurse. Right. This is up near the garden office, right at the end of the garden. We're next to the... we were at it the other week, weren't we? Putting the passiflora up next to the japonica. And on the far left of the bed is the japonica. And next to it is this gorgeous plant, which is... Now, I've had it for years, so I can't really remember. It's purple, plum colour. It's a smoke tree or a smoke bush. It's got quite roundy leaves, lots and lots of roundy leaves. And on the edges, again, a bit like the passiflora, it looks like it's been given a blanket stitch around the edge. You know, like when you were at school, sort of teddy bears, you'd make a teddy bear perhaps and do a blanket stitch. Just my school, yeah, then okay. Just me, around the edge, which has been done in a sort of beautiful red colour, which obviously looks really good against the purple. So purple and red going on there. It has done a little bit of flowering and it is really enjoying being here. I have to say, it was in a pot for years and years, and then I put it in this bed that we've built near the office to kind of soften the edges of the office. In between these things is what I thought was going to be a magnificent section of magnolia, and it's just been a disaster, frankly. So let's have a look. I've got an app here which I've paid for, and I thought, do you know what, for the price of a couple of bottles of wine, 3 bottles of wine or something over the course of the year, it's actually proving to be a really handy thing that you take a photograph. It's called Picture This. It doesn't sponsor us or anything like that. I just think it's a really good app and well worth recommending. Picture This. You take a little snap of your plant, and it tells you what it is. Hopefully, it scans it. It looks like it's scanning it. Oh, it's calling it a prickly custard apple. It's not, it's a magnolia. And it's saying this plant looks healthy. It's dead from the top down. I tell you what, let's try that again. Here's me recommending it. And unless it was mislabeled by the lady at the garden centre again. Right, let's give it another go. I'm going to picture the top of it, because I know it is a magnolia and it has flowered. It's now saying it's an oriental bittersweet. This isn't going well, is it? And it is saying this plant looks sick, and it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore the app and the technology, because sometimes it just lets you down, doesn't it? Embarrassingly, on a podcast, on an internationally popular podcast. So the plan is this: to solve the problem, to sort it all out, is to dig it up, have a look at it, cut it back, cut all the dead off it. It looks burnt, and there's three actually, leaves of hope. Lovely green looking happy leaves. What I'm going to do in its place is put another wig plant, which might be a nice contrast next to the smoke bush actually. So let's just cut off this. Let's cut to the chase. Yeah, the signs of like some sort of burn. It's experienced some sort of burn. So God, it's just not doing its job at all. Right, let's get these long bits that are useless. Nothing's growing on them. There we go. And it's cut right down. And then I'm going to dig it out and see, maybe there's healthy root system. Maybe it's completely knackered. We don't know. And do you know what? It doesn't matter. These things happen. It is what it is. Can you tell how chilled I am? I love the sunshine. I love the weather that we've been having at the moment. It just makes me very relaxed. I've also had a good couple of weeks work-wise. I haven't had to go anywhere too much. I haven't had to stress too much. I've got on with a lot of things that I've been meaning to do, and that's very satisfying. And there's quite a lot of root in this. I can feel it with the trowel as I'm digging around and pulling it up, so that's a good sign. Come on, magnolia tree, you can do it. There we go. That is a healthy root ball. Nice. Well, there's every hope. Oh, you're kidding. I just literally, in my excitement, clumsy, in my excitement, I just grabbed it and caught the leaf with my with my glove. Now we're one leaf down. Right, okay. That's going to go in some really nice compost. It's going to get pole position in the greenhouse, and if it gets too hot I'll take it out of there, and I'm going to see what happens with that and hope for the best. Anyway, so it's been a good couple of weeks. I'm feeling chilled and perky and hopeful, which is nice. So let's get a nice bit of space for this next thing that I'm going to put into this space that is between the wisteria and the smoke tree. Sounds like something that Dolly Parton would sing about, isn't it? Smoke tree on the smoke tree mountain. Yeah, right. So, and today, I tell you what as well, I've had a lovely day today. I've been at a creative writing day. I've never been to anything like that before. And I didn't know what to expect. I went with a really open mind to be motivated and inspired. And the reason for going really was to sort of kickstart, fire up the boosters on my third book, which is going to be about confidence. Specifically, confidence at work and in life. Okay? So work... Oh, hello, Casper. Yep, Casper agrees. It's a good idea, isn't it? But anyway, it wasn't an expensive course, and it was in a really nice environment with 7 or 8 other writers, business book, non-fiction book writers. And the 2 women running it were fantastic. They got loads of experience on getting over blocks, stimulating the writing process, setting the scene for writing every day, getting on with things, and that in itself was really good for me. So I've had a lovely time. And at the end, right, they went round and went, so what's the one main takeaway that you've got from the whole day, and what's been said by someone else that you're grateful for or that has inspired you, and then something else. And I was quite gratified, actually. I felt a bit smug again that about 3 people said, well, it was something Penny said actually earlier. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was something that Penny said about writing in the system of blah, blah, blah. It felt good, actually. I'm not going to lie. It was a nice feeling. It's nice when you add value through your wiseness, isn't it? It's a lovely feeling, and we should all seek to do more of it. No, actually, we shouldn't. We should keep our opinions to ourselves a little bit more, but maybe sometimes in a writerly space or something like that, a hobby space, you can share a bit of tips and know-how, can't you? Right, now I think I'm going to need some water in that and a much bigger hole. What am I playing at? I've just been chatting. I haven't dug deep enough. And you know there's nothing worse, is there, than a plant standing proud in your bed. That root ball sticking out, it catches your eye, doesn't it, forevermore? And you're like, oh, I wish I'd done it, brother. I wish I'd done a better job of it. Anyway, I'm fully protected from the mosquitoes, which appear to be rampant at the moment with all the moist weather, the wet weather and the sunshine. They're really having a lovely time. They're coming in to feast every night on us, and no amount of protection is going to sort you out. I even wore jeans in the garden the other night, jeans and big long socks, and they still ate through the fabric. Just really, really annoying. I mean, what can you do? I'm taking vitamin B. I eat loads of garlic. I can't help being really tasty. Some people do attract them, don't they? In fact, I do get used as a kind of mosquito decoy for the family. It's like, if you sit near Penny, you won't get bitten because she's the one who they go for. Now then, what have we got here? We have got a Dutch wig plant. Now, the brilliant thing about this is it was simply a twig that came out of the bad bed, which from a few episodes ago you might remember needed clearing, fully clearing. And because it had been winter, all the leaves had fallen off. There wasn't much going on for it, and we spotted it and went, right, okay, the angle of the twig makes it look a little like the plant we've got. Is it the Dutch wig plant or is it a twig? Let's stick it in some soil, see what happens. And as one magnolia tree window closes, a little door of something else opens. So it's been in recovery for a few months in this pot. It's now bushed up beautifully and is looking more like itself. So I think it's time to set it free into the bed now and see if I can do this without pulling all the leaves off. I think it's going to do really well here. Right. Oh. There we go. Let's pull it out. Now it's mostly soil. Oh, really magnificent roots. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. They are very long, with a snail living in them. Ow! Well, you know when you get a thing caught in your gloves? That went right up my nail. Ow! Bloody hell. That was like a little thing in there, like a thorn in the glove. Of all the places. You might want to take that bit out. Oh, do you know what? I'd wish I brought a spade up now. I didn't realise it was quite the job it is. But never mind, we're here now, aren't we? Getting your hands in the soil. There's something about sniffing microbes that makes us feel very... What's the word? Humans from ages ago. Neolithic? Paleo? It's a diet. I don't know. Like early man. It's nice soil. Really nice soil, actually. Hunky Husband's done a terrific job of being the compost czar. Especially good. Black gold, this stuff. Absolute black gold. Oh, man. I mean, yes, there's the odd tea bag. The odd, cork from the wine bottle. But we forgive all that. Now, is that about right level? Yeah, I reckon. Right, okay. In with the water. Gorgeous. I don't know what time it is. It might even be very late. It's exciting this time of year. It gives you loads of energy. But having said that, at the same time, it's quite tiring. It gives you energy and bursts of energy, and you think, right, I'll just attack the garden, I'll mow the lawn, I'll put a Dutch wig plant in the ground, I'll record a podcast. And then before you know it, you're nodding off in front of Newsnight, which is a 10 o'clock news programme, 10:30 news programme, which actually is quite boring, so you do tend to nod off in it. Right, I'm just waiting for the water to go down. And then I'm going to backfill, and then we're going to call it a night. Casper's here to say happy mid-summer. Aren't you, Casper?